My hands are clean. It's my call. Then they bury Sophia, and Hershel makes it clear to Rick that after this is over, he wants Shane gone no matter what. Then Rick has a breakdown. He goes to Lori and he tells Lori like this Hershel wants Shane gone, and he starts to have this breakdown saying, I didn't know it's all my fault. Now he starts like questioning himself again, and he's like, wow, like Sophia was here the whole time, and how messed up I am. I made all these people. I sacrificed my life for this girl that ended up being right next door to us the whole time. But she stands by him and says like, you're good, you're strong, like don't worry about it. Then Hershel's madness, he disappears. He just leaves. He gets crazy. He goes to some like abandoned bar and he's going to get drunk. Then they're all like, crap, where's Hershel? Beth, she collapses. They're looking for him. Rick and Glenn say they're gonna go look for Hershel. So they leave out and they go to get Hershel. Lori tells Daryl, like, go find them. Daryl's like, I don't want any part of this. He's like living in his own world and he doesn't want any part of nothing anymore. So Lori actually goes out to go get Rick and Glenn and Hershel back to the barn because Beth is collapsing. Rick and Glenn finally stumble on the bar. They see his car. They go in. They see Hershel's getting drunk for the first time, which is losing hope. He's losing faith and he doesn't know what's happening. And then Rick's like, look, that stuff is done with. Like, no more thinking about this. Like, we just have to do this for them. But Hershel gets into this deep conversation saying how when he saw the walkers come out of the barn, that the world's gone to hell to him, that everything was destroyed. As they're about to leave, these two shady guys come in. You remember them? Sketchy dudes come in. You're like, what's going on here, you know? They eventually find out that they have a barn and they want to join them. And Rick's like, you guys are not coming with us. They're trying to force themselves, and it starts getting really, you know, anxious and nervous. Get up. One guy goes behind Rick, the other guy goes behind the bar. Suddenly, the other guy tries to shoot him. Rick grabs his gun, shoots both of them instantly. Really intense scene. As they're about to leave, a group of guys pull up outside the bar, and they're all nervous, like they're all calling for those two guys that Rick just killed. And then Rick tries to make truce with them, yelling out of the bar, those guys tried to kill me, it's over. If you guys want to walk away, it's done with. Of course, they don't know what's going on. They want to shootout starts to happen, it gets crazy. It's just getting too hectic, and walkers start to come out. The kid on the other side with the other camp, he's like on top of a barn, and then there's like something like, let's go. Those other guys. Kid jumps and he falls and has like an iron inside of his knee, and he can't move. So they just leave him. Rick's conscience has Hershel and them grab him and want to save the kid. And they're like, oh god, zombies are coming. And Rick wants to save the enemy now. This basically loses his leg and they take him back to the barn. Then Lori and Shane get into this big conversation, and we see like Shane really release a lot of stuff. He tells Lori like what we had was real, and Rick could never protect them, and Rick was gonna kill them, and what we had was real, and I'm the only one who could take care of you. So she goes to Rick and tells him, and she kind of amps Rick up. You would kill the living to protect what's yours? And he says, yes, of course I would. And he mentions how he killed those two guys in the bar. And then she says, well, Shane thinks that I'm his. Shane says you can't protect us. Shane thinks that you'll get us killed. Rick's like, he's mind boggled. Like, he's like, what the F? Like, no, hell no, you know, and his mind's going crazy. She tells Rick he's dangerous. Rick's eyes, like, there's just so much depth in them, and then it just fades away. Rick and Shane agree that they're gonna take this kid, the blindfolded kid, out somewhere down the road. And so Rick and Shane go out. Finally, this is what everything we've been waiting for the whole season. Rick approaches Shane out into this intersection, this barren area, approaches him about what happened between him and Lori. The way they're talking is just so calm, but there's so much, it's so tense. And Rick lets all his passion out and says, that's my unborn child, that's my wife, that's my son. I'll do whatever it takes to protect them. Shane is kind of like, you see him, like he's looking down. He's kind of embarrassed also. He didn't think that moment would ever happen. If you want to do this, we walk away from each other now. If you want to be here, you got to accept everything I just said. And then Shane turns around, tells his side of the story, and just says like, look, you know, I never looked at her before what happened. And like he says, if he could take it all back, he could. So it's kind of like some fake apology. Shane kind of admitted that, okay, fine, he's going to go along with it. So they go along with it and go on to the road. Go out there, they lead him out there, they go into some yard, and they drop the kid off. Once the kid says he knew Maggie, they have that's it. Rick's conscience again, like, you knew Maggie? What? Talk. How do you know Maggie? And they can't kill him now, I'm not sure. I gotta think about this. Shane's like, hell no, we're gonna kill him. We start shooting, and then Rick stops him, and they get into this. Shane comes down, and then Shane eventually loses it and stands up and just says, you can't take care of Carl, you can't take care of Lori, and that's it. Rick like goes nuts, like, what? Rick eventually wins the fight. What's kind of nutty is that Shane goes nuts and kind of like wakes up and just grabs this huge metal wrench and throws it at him, like pretty much would have killed Rick or knocked him unconscious if it hit him. As they're looking at each other, the window cracked because of the wrench he threw, and the walkers start coming out. So just it gets infested with walkers. Shane runs to a bus and gets trapped in a bus. You got Rick and the kid now are free. Rick frees the kid. Then you think like Rick is gonna leave, and he's like, okay, let's just get out of here. You see him like run away with the kid, and then Shane is looking like, oh my god, they're gonna leave me. I love this scene when he comes with the car. He's just boom, boom. He's shooting with the gun. He distracts the zombies, pulls in the back of the bus, the emergency exit, and then Shane gets out and jumps to the car, and they escape. Rick was a man of his word. Despite what Shane was about to do to him, he saved him. So it turns out like the kid says that this there's like a whole gang of these people like outside, and then Shane, they get into this whole thing like, we gotta kill this kid, we can't leave him around. Shane again finds another reason, amp everyone up and say, we have to kill this kid. Rick's gonna have us killed, and this kid's gonna go tell, and what are we gonna do with this kid? So they all get together and they're discussing this. You know, they have this big talk, and like, okay, Dale stands up and is like, look guys, can't do this, we can't go this way. If we do this, we're basically saying that there's nothing in this world. The world has gone to hell, and we're joining the other side. There's no justice, there's nothing. And everyone's confused, but Rick, because of what happened to Sophia, wants to stand up and he kind of wants to take a firm decision. They all end up deciding to do it. Dale just walks away and says he's gonna have nothing to do with it. They take the kid out to the barn, and it's just a really, really strong scene. Like, this kid really thinks he's gonna die. He's blindfolded. Rick tells him, do you have any last words? Pleading for his life, and he looks at him. Rick points the gun at him. Right when he's about to shoot him, Carl walks into the barn. Rick looks at Carl. Of course, Rick's conscience has him, he can't do it again. He says, take the kid away, take everyone away, get out of here, we'll deal with this tomorrow. So Shane gets all pissed, like, I wanted to kill him, like, why didn't you kill him? They lock him back up in the barn. Dale, as this is all ending, Dale, because he doesn't want to see what's gonna happen, walks off. He wanders. It's all at night. He wanders off on his own in towards the woods, and he sees like I think a sheep or some cattle that's like dying. A walker comes out of nowhere. Oh, hey guys, video's too long. Go to the next video so you can watch. Continue watching. Go watch the next video. What are you waiting for? You know, you can't stop in the middle of a season. We're not done. I keep talking about it until it's over. Season 2. Got some awesome stuff. Guys, clicky click, 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 click so you can get the next video.